Hello there, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandma, we love you.
Okay, so mom memory. Alright, so I have no idea how old I was, and we were in this couple's home, and you were a census taker, I think, and the wait was like forever because you had to ask like a bunch of questions. I feel like you had a whole book though, like a whole packet, so that I don't feel like that was census. But anyway, I think you know where I'm going with this. Anyway, so it has been famous and passed down, and anyway, while I'm sitting there, I feel like winter coats were involved as well. While I'm sitting there in this couple's house, and I don't know what chair I was in or something, but you're like in the living room with them, and I am just behaving because I was good, and you go. And that was born, and now it's like a little code thing. And anyway, so that's my memory.
Well, the go-to memory is usually when Jen was having our children, but I'm going to go to a different one. The memory that I'm thinking of right now is when you gave me my my first cannoli. Your reaction to my reaction on that whole cannoli thing. I'll go with that memory. That was a wonderful time.
One of my favorite funny memories of you, Grandma, would have to be all of the years we would go to Maine, and we'd always go the same way, and we'd go year after year, but no matter what, you would always get off of the wrong exit, and we would wave at you as you drove by, and we would head on to Maine. We'd have to regroup later. But that'll definitely be one of my favorites, and I think going to Maine was definitely will be full of all of my favorite memories of us growing up. One of my more serious favorite memories would have to be the probably countless conversations that we've had sitting down together, and no matter what it was, a dream of mine or aspiration or anything that I wanted to do in life or had a passion for, you would always sit and we would talk, and you just push me to go for it no matter what it takes. I've got all the mugs with all the inspiration that you've given me over the years, and I'll never forget the conversations we had and just the support you've always given me, and I'll always hold that dear to my heart. Thank you so much.
One of my favorite memories with you, Grandma, is actually when me and Miss Jen and you went over to Christine's old cottage when you used to live down here, and we went over some family recipes, and you ended up sharing with me how to make your infamous cranberry rice. That was just super special to me. I know that's like one of your signature dishes, and I really appreciate you sharing the family secrecy on that one with me, and I look forward to making it, and I hope maybe one day I'll make it taste just as good as yours did.
Hey Grandma, happy birthday again. I'm trying to think of a favorite memory. One that always sticks out to me is the time that you pulled me aside one day outside Miss Jen's house, and you told me, I know Taylor loves you, she's just playing hard to get, just give her a minute. Turns out you were right, because we're married. Love you, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. I'm so excited. It's finally your birthday. I miss you so, so much. Like, it's not funny. I just wanted to say that I love you, and I will never, ever forget the time that we were in Maine, and I made sure you were okay in that cold water. I know that was a great memory for you as well, and I'll never forget that. I will never forget how many times you were there for me, ever. And I am so thankful for you, so thankful. You've always been a blessing, and I really appreciate you. I love you so, so much. I hope you have the best birthday ever.
So I remember the first time I came over your house, and I was a little nervous and tense, but you really helped calm my nerves when you said, Kyle, don't worry. You can get close to me. I don't bite. and immediately you nipped at me. And I flinched. And of course, today I know that you were kidding.
Hey Grandma, so my memory of you, I don't know that I've ever actually talked about, and I don't know if you'll remember it, but it was a sweet moment that I'll always remember. We were playing Boggle, and a word came up that I had heard, but didn't really understand or know, and I'll keep that a secret if you remember this. And you were just like, oh, okay, well, we can have a conversation, and we just paused our game, and you, I think, lit the fire and just, you know, snuggled up with me and had a really, like, I think it was one of my first, like, big girl talks, and it was just sweet, and you just kind of talked to me about this thing, and just the sweetness and beauty and all that kind of stuff. So you'll have to message me privately if you remember this, but it was just a really sweet time of my coming of age.
Okay, so one other question was, what is my favorite food that you make? And I would have to say sandwiches, because there's just something about them. Great bread, great meat, great toppings, and always made with love.
So my favorite food that you make, there's actually a couple of them, and they're kind of related. They're Italian dishes. I love your lasagna, and I love your when you make spaghetti and meatballs and sausage. I'd have to say the spaghetti and meatball and sausage kind of is in first place, and lasagna is a very close second, if not tie. And I love your salads. I've always loved the salads that you make with like cranberry and all that good stuff in there. And you introduced me to that kind of salad. I grew up just with regular like iceberg lettuce, like a head of lettuce, and I think that's what it's called. Just your basic lettuce with like tomatoes and, you know, croutons and stuff. I had never had romaine lettuce before, or any of the darker green salad type lettuce. Anyway.
My favorite food of yours would have to be a toss-up between three different things. The first one would be the burnt garlic bread, because I don't know what it would be if it wasn't burnt. It always had to be, and it was great. The second would be anything that came after the words "stop eating." That was always like the most important part of the meal, so that was great. And then my top favorite would probably be the famous cranberry rice, and I don't think it'll ever be the same as yours no matter how many times we make it, but it was always one of my favorites growing up, and I'm really happy to say that we've got the recipe in our family now.
So I don't just have one favorite food, I actually have multiple, and that would just include any time when you would come to visit and you would come make me any sort of gluten-free dish. I just always really appreciated that I was included and that you would think of me, whether that was your pizza or pasta, or I remember even one time you went out and got gluten-free bread so I could have one of your tuna sandwiches. I just always really appreciated that, and the food was always super delicious, so thank you very much.
My favorite food that Grandma makes. All of them. But seriously, the burnt garlic bread's probably my favorite.
Hey Grandma, Mike here. First of all, I love you. Happy birthday. And my favorite food memory, it's gotta be the cookies. Cookies make me happy.
This one's super hard since I think 75% of our conversations are about food. So I don't know. I know that I absolutely love your breakfast sandwiches. I've always just loved breakfast with you. It's always just like perfect, like no matter what it is, but especially the sandwiches. And so sweet that you always knew that that's what I wanted. You would be making everyone else, you know, the normal pancakes, toast, whatever else it would be, but you knew that I wanted a sandwich version of whatever that was. So I really like that. And you know, when I was dieting, you're doing the cloud bread, and those are amazing. But yeah, so I'm gonna say breakfast sandwiches, but I can't leave without mentioning the one I always think of, which is your rice with cranberries in it. So yeah, love it all.
And Grandma, Hands down, my favorite meal to have is meatloaf. Oh my goodness, it just brings back so many yummy memories.
We love you, Grandma. I hope you have a really great day.
And we hope to see you soon.
Love you, Grandma. Happy birthday.
And I love you so, so much. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Anyhow, you have a happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Tracy. Have a great day.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.